percent of the train fleet in Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan, is Caucasus as well, is actually produced in Latvia still, and so this is the potential I'm offering with the EU presidency. Of course, we will be very active on key issues of the international politics today, and one of the key will be definitely the counter-terrorism, and we hope very much for the exchanges on the expert levels, and we hope very much on a sufficient and fast-moving debate on creating systems which can prevent and counter this immediate and dangerous threat.
What can you tell me about security cooperation with Egypt in the aftermath of these attacks?
Regarding the security cooperation with Egypt, actually it is going on in the framework of the European Union. So far we don't have bilateral agreements, but we hope very much that we can advance, for example, in regard to judicial cooperation, which is of course a legal aspect of the security.
The conference here today takes place hot on the heels of the tragic terrorist attack in France. What is your country's position vis-à-vis the latest terrorist attacks?
First, I would like to convey my deepest condolences to the nation of France and to the relatives and friends of the people who were killed. These tragic events actually clearly show that today terrorism is not an external problem. It is an internal problem of the European Union. And again, there is not other but cooperation which can settle and solve the problem as soon as possible. The directions of action should be several. One is we have to improve actually exchange of information. We have to control and monitor better the movement of the terrorists. We have to trace the financial sources. We have to cooperate. We have to cooperate, and this is what the Latvia's EU presidency is proposing to the other 27 member states. We are suggesting that ministers of interior, ministers of justice, and actually as well ministers of culture, because what is now under threat are as well values of the European Union. They meet and discuss and propose the agenda to the partners in the immediate neighborhood.
What can we expect in terms of restrictions on visas? Will there be tighter restrictions for Arabs and particularly Muslim Arabs?
I would object to this line definitely. I think what is going to happen is we have to look at our Schengen visa systems. We have to improve first actually the databases. There is a database on the stolen documents. So I believe that it's first the homework has to be done within the European member states, in particular the information systems. So I would not expect definitely any restrictions of that way, but we shall see what the EU ministers of interior will discuss and decide. This will be one of the issues we're going to debate, what way we can improve the monitoring of movement of persons.
Egypt has scheduled parliamentary elections for the 21st of March. What are the EU's plans to monitor these elections?
I think the EU delegation, which is actually taking a lead in this issue, was very clear that yes, we would like to, provided the Egyptian authorities wish it. And second, I think politically seen, I want to congratulate your nation that the very focal last roadmap event will take place in March this year. And I hope very much your people take the right decision, which will bring the country further direction, stability, peace, and of course prosperity then.
And you are here at a very difficult time in Egypt's transition to democracy. Now, what are your hopes for Egypt in this current phase?
Look, often I'm asked by my Egyptian friends, what is that what Latvia can give Egypt? I come from the country which did unprecedented reforms within less than 20 years, doing the transformation from the centrally planned political and economic system to a completely free market economy and democracy. There are just, I think, three wishes of mine and three hopes what I would like to see based on the experience we've done. Today we are part of the EU, we are one of the strong economies, we are trusted partners, and of course trusted for the investors. The one is, I think it's a key that there is a clear plan, and I see a number of important big priorities like Suez Canal construction. I want definitely congratulate with this national plan, but I hope very much to see, I think as well the Egyptian people would like to see where the country is heading to in terms of the economic plan in 5-10 years. It will give the signal as well to the investors, and you will see the people will, the investors will come. Point two, I think it's a key, the continuity. The governments come and go. Sometimes the politicians are called, ironically, temporary important people. But actually what is a key, it is a continuity, that in every single ministry, the next minister and the civil service would persuade the goals which were set. So I wish the public administration, and this is a lesson learned from my country, the public administrations, civil servants are key to the efficiency and implementation. So my hope is that the plan is good, but the implementation actually is a key. Last but not least, the history teaches us that the nation needs a strong leader, and the nation needs to trust the leader. I always am saying what makes the difference between the statesman and the politician. Politician thinks about the next elections. The statesman thinks about the next generation. So this way, this type of statesman I wish to your country. I was happy to see last 20 years that we have had real statesmen at the leading of my country, and this is why we are today developed, stable, prosperous, and there is a clear vision for the future.
Here you are, a female ambassador of your country. What lessons can Egyptian women learn from the women of Latvia?
Yes, I would encourage women to join politics. I would encourage women to join and establish businesses. I would definitely enjoy women to join the non-governmental institutions. Basically, the non-governmental institutions, they are normal and healthy partner of the government in the dialogue, and they are representing the opinion of the people. So my encouragement would be to get more active. I indeed come from the country where the ladies take a lead in many positions. Our Speaker of the Parliament is a lady. Our Prime Minister is a lady.
That's really impressive.
Our State President, and very beloved and highly internationally appreciated, was a lady. I think we have in ourselves more responsibility for the future, and I wish to see in the next government and in the next parliament a very healthy proportion between female and male representatives, and of course youth as well.
When we talk about freedom of expression, there is a gap in how it is seen in the West and how it is seen in this part of the world. For Westerners, freedom of expression is limitless, while we see that freedom should end where it encroaches on the freedom of others. What can you tell me?
Actually, there is one very simple and strict reply possible. Only the freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of journalists is the only way how to create a healthy environment in the country. And this is I wish Egypt from my bottom of heart.
Excellency Ambassador Iveta Schultz, the Ambassador of Latvia to Egypt, we thank you for joining us on the program, and once again, many congratulations on Latvia's EU presidency.